Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another video. Today we're doing something that I get asked sometimes on the stream. I wouldn't say it's like super frequently, but I do get asked sometimes, like, what is your favorite Moris in the game? And I've answered this question a few times, and I thought, you know, why not? Let's just watch all the Moris from the top to the bottom and rate them. That way, you know, there's a definitive list. That way, if everybody's like, what's your favorite Mori? I'm like, hey, I made a whole video on that. There you go. Look at that. Efficiency. Before we get started, do remember that if you like my content, you like what I do, you probably found me because somebody liked this video. So if you like this video, we can, you know, invite more good people into the friend group. So yeah, go ahead and do that. That's the thumb button down there. Otherwise, there's also the Twitch zone, which is going to show up like right over there. That's where I mostly hang out. That's where I like really grind. I do YouTube a lot because I'm passionate about YouTube, but like Twitch is like where I go hard, you know, so, you know. That's where you can hang out with me more than that. And also we have a Discord. I've been plugging the Discord now. It's I plug it there. It's in the description. It's on my YouTube page. It's everywhere now. Because, you know, that's the, you know, the other way we can talk. So, you know, I'm getting my bases covered. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get along with the video. Okay, before we get started, the video we're going to be watching today has been posted by Converted Minds. It is just the Moris that are, you know, inside of the game, but they did take the time to record this and put this all together all in one concise place, so they deserve the credit and love for that. Their card will be up here, it'll be in the description below, and everything, because they deserve the amount of effort, love, and support that, you know, you give me, because, you know, without this would not be possible. So please thank them, please give them a visit. All that wonderful stuff. So without further ado, let's go and get started with Trapper. Loud Trapper. There we go. Boom. Are we going to see it from both sides? Okay. And that's it, folks. And that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. That's all for that one. That's it. So Trapper, I'm not gonna put it legitimately bad, because like you gotta keep in mind that like this is the first character they ever had. It's definitely really boring. It might go with the bottom of boarding. I wouldn't put it legitimately bad, because like I think it's the textbook of boring, which is, I think we would say legitimately bad for like literally if there's no substance whatsoever. It just like builds up, like he's like hacking her a lot, and you're like, okay, what are you gonna do to finish that off? And then just like nothing happens after that, and you're just like, oh, okay. So that's it for that one. Let's go with the Wraith, the Radig. That's for you, Sharky, if you're watching. Okay, we're in the bushes. Yeah! Okay. It's the same thing. It's literally the same Mori, except he yanks her leg. It's literally the same Mori, but he just yanks her leg. It's a nice touch! You just... You know. It's just the same thing, just three squishies. Three squishies. It's essentially the same thing. The leg pull puts it slightly above Trapper, because the leg pull like is like, get over here, you know. It's a little intense, but you know, essentially it's the exact same Mori, and it's really disappointing. Okay, Hillbilly. Ba, ba, ba. I haven't seen this one in a while. Okay, he steps on him, rubs the chainsaw. Okay. That's literally it, I guess. So he defiantly steps on them, which is kind of like the, oh, cool. But then, like, what do you follow that up with? Your basic M2. Like, almost exactly the M2 animation that he just kind of has, like, naturally. So, we're going to put him, just because chainsaws are cool, we're going to put him above Wraith, but otherwise, it's still, I step on you, I do something, and then it's just a basic attack that I already have. Which is just like not that interesting. A lot of the earlier ones were not like too great. I mean, that's okay. Okay, let's go on with Nurse. Boom. Okay. I love her teleconnect powers. Like, it's just such a fun thing about Nurse. This one's really violent. Like, this one's really intense. Like, really intense. Like this one, oh, and then the little caress afterwards. Because like before, okay, hold on, we gotta see it from the other perspective. But before, like they messed with her lore, like she was like a more sympathetic character that, you know, snapped rather than being like malicious and evil. So like it kind of shows like, you know, like she's like, please close your eyes, rest. Oh God, let's not get to that yet. We'll get to Myers. We'll get to Myers. But like, she was a more sympathetic character before, and that kind of like little caress that she does at the end, like kind of like really symbolized like that she thought like when she was doing the killing she did at Crow's Pen that like she was doing a good thing, like she was like mercy killing them essentially. It was a pretty cool Mori. I think Nurses is like underrated. Like people when talk about cool Moris, they always talk about some of the other guys we have on this list, but we never really talk about Nurses being cool because Nurses is like probably the best Mori up until this point because these are the first 4 characters. Like hers was like leagues above these guys, like leagues above, and it was like just like the flip over with the telekinesis and how violent she literally out here strangling people, and then the lore touch of like, I think I'm doing you a favor, you know, by closing their eyes all like empathetically. Like it's just an interesting touch. I think it's a really, really cool Mori. That was cool. See, look, there's the category. Let's go Myers time. We'll go Myers. Ding 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 ding. Let's go. I love this so much. I love how they fight back in the middle of the Mori, and it's just futile. And then they go limp, and he just like chucks them. He's like, "Get out of here!" I think it's like it's almost one of the saddest Moris, you know, because like you do get to see them try to like fight you off, and it's so like, ah, God, it's just so sad. Like it's literally like. Well, it's like it kind of has the same effect that Nurses does. Nurses. It kind of has the same effect that Nurses does, where like like you're watching somebody die. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna do my M2 or something. Like you're literally like watching somebody die in front of you as they fight back. Let's see. I'm biased. I want to put it above Nurse, but I think realistically it goes below Nurse, but just barely. Nurse just has a little bit more bells and whistles to it. This one's still really, really good. This one's still cool. I still like his Mori. I think I'm also overexposed to it because, you know, he has the tombstone, so he can Mori a bunch, you know, without having to like, you know, do a proper Mori. So, you know, I'm a little bit overexposed to it, so that probably takes a factor too, so keep that in mind. Okay, Hagatha, one of the most miserable characters on the roster. They do boom 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 boom. Oh yeah, I've seen this because it's the you know, she comes with Devour Hope, so a lot of hags run this. That animation did not look good. Like of the guts. That animation just didn't look good. And I think that's one of the ones that only has the one-sided animation. I'm gonna put it on meh. And it's not just because I hate the character. It's really, really quick, so you don't really get to savor like anything that's actually happening. And also the animation with the meat is like really like ugly looking. I'm trying to be nice, but like it just doesn't look good. It is pretty brutal. I like how she like chomps on your neck first, which but it's kind of like it's just, yeah, like I said, it's just it's better than these. It's better than just I stomp on you and I chop you, but you know, it just kind of like looks bad, so, you know. Also, I hate hag. Dr. Shockter. We doc, we shock. Oh, I never noticed he sheathes his little baton before he does this. That's cool. I never noticed that. This is the part that makes it cool. Is that he checks them. He's like, yep, they're fried. And he giggles about it. That's what makes it cool. I've never noticed he sheaths his baton. Oh, that's such a neat touch. Probably because you don't see it from the killer side of things. I like how he turns it over. He's just like, yep, you're really dead. You're actually dead. I'm gonna put this one on nice. It's gonna be our first nice one. It's not really like it's kind of short and it doesn't really have a lot of bells and whistles like these guys do, but like it's cool enough. He's like and then he shocks him and he goes, that was pretty good work, you know? Like, it's pretty funny. It's pretty nice. So, and there you go. It's the nice category. There you go. Simple and to the point. Let's keep going. Anna, Miss Huntress. Let's go. No. Okay. I remember used to have to like see this a lot because like back in the day, an angry Huntress would have a bad day and do like Eerie Hatchet into Mori off hook, you know? Ah, man. I know people like this one a lot. So this, I feel bad. I like how they just take it in the freaking face. And she has to pull it out. I do like that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. This Mori has a very, very cool opening where she just takes her action, just plunges it into their head, and it gets stuck, so she has to like free it. I think that's a cool opening to a Mori. But it's like a lot of these. I'm like, well, what's next? And there's just kind of like nothing. She just kind of chops them 2 more times, and I don't know. I think it's still a nice Mori. I'll put it below Doctor's. I think it's still a nice Mori, just because that first part is really cool. But I think just like chopping them again 2 more times is just kind of like, it's borderline meh. It's borderline meh. I think if that first hit was not so cool, it would go in the meh section. But yeah, personally, I don't like it. Personally, I would put it in meh. But like, I think objectively, it's in the nice section. So yeah. Ooh, Bubba, Bubba. Let's go. I forget his actually. Oh, he does the hammer hit from Texas Chainsaw 1. Oh yeah, he impales him. Oh, and he goes up. Oh, and then he does his battle cry. Oh, that's it. That's pretty neat, actually. That is pretty good. That's pretty surprisingly good. That's pretty surprisingly good. I did not expect Bubba's to be that good. I don't know. It might be at the top of nice, or it might be that was cool. I think also like as somebody who like loves these movies, like, you know, like that a lot of homages. How about we put him? Let's put him at the top of nice. I don't know. Like, he's literally like the bridge between these two. Like, he is either top of nice or below. Let's put him at the bottom of that was cool. Let's be generous. Let's be nice today. Let's put it at the bottom of that was cool. He's kind of like the bridge between the two. So, you know, it is what it is. So we'll see. He might move. He might move. We'll see. Oh, Fredward Krueger. Fredward. Let's go. Come on, Frederick. Show him the love. Where did he go? But that was really cool because like it's like really like weirdly framed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of cool in the sense that like it's like framed cinematically, if that makes sense. In terms of like the actual like Mori itself, it's like all he does is just stab him through the chest, but like the fact that the camera like is like dead forward when he does it, like he goes, "Whoa!" You know, like that. It's like it's really intense. So I'm gonna put it at the top of nice. Like it's very boring Mori in terms of like what he does, but like just like the presentation is really nice. Hence the category name. The presentation's really nice. So like it's still cool. But yeah, like he's you know, like while what he's doing is just kind of like brah, and that's it. You know, it's just like one strike and then they fall over. Like the presentation is really, really neat. So that makes it nice. Hence the, you know, the name of the category. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna try to skip past this because there was some copyrighted music. I might just mute that in the after the fact. Okay, stabs him in the arm and then I guess that's a throat slash. I guess. Yeah, Pigs is bad. Legitimately bad. I'm sorry, Pig fans, but one stab in the arm and then like I guess it's a throat slash. I guess it's supposed to be kind of like homaging like where Tap gets his throat cut in the first film, but that's not even Amanda Young that does that. And also like it legitimately looks like the pig misses the slash. Like it is legitimately. I'm looking at everybody else on this list. I don't know who will have a worse Mori. That might be the worst one. Like right now, I can't think of anybody else who probably has a worse one. Like that is probably the bottomest tier Mori in the game. I really hope they do like a revisit to that Mori, because that one's just bad, really bad. Clowns. I completely forgot. There's some of these that I haven't seen in a while, so it's just like really exciting. Yeah, of course you gotta do that first. Ow, ow. God, stop. Don't do that. Oh, that's right. He likes the finger thing. Oh, God. The finger actually comes off. Usually they don't edit the model like that. Maybe he licks it. Ooh. 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 I don't like that. I hate how he, like, crunches their head like he stomps on them. I think it's interesting because they're, like, really afraid to mess with models during Mori's, but they straight up take the finger off when they do that. Okay, so his is, like, more brutal than I remembered. I'm going to put it, like, at the bottom. I think Sid's is better than Bubba's, so we'll put that here because that was, like, it's really brutal how he just, like, stomps and crunches their head, and then he takes the finger off. And, like I said, I was saying a second ago, like usually, like, when somebody gets, like, their head chopped off or stabbed or something, like, there's no remnants of that. It's just, like, you're attacking a base model that doesn't change, but like he actually takes the finger off the other character's model, which is hilarious. So I put it up at that was cool. Okay. Spew it, another fan favorite. I winked with the wrong eye. Can I wink with my right eye? I can, it's just a little awkward. Okay, let's go. Once again, this one has great presentation. Oh. I like the roar. Call me weird, I like the roar. So, like, because she's a really emotional character in her lore. So, like, the whole thing's being, like, a mad, vengeful spirit. It's one of those ones where, like, once again, nothing really happens, right? Like, because you could say she's down here with these because it's boring because all she does is stab them with her weapon and then do it a couple more times. But the presentation with the camera angles is cool. And then she does that, like she's like hacking at him. She's like chopping a tree. She's like mad. She's like angry. And then she roars at the end. I'm gonna put that right below Fredward's and nice, because like these two both have like really nice presentation despite having like not a lot going on. And I think it really sells it because of the good presentation. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep going with the Legion. Man, old Ormond sucked. Oh brother, giving me PTSD. Oh god, yeah, we're here again. Why are we in Old Ormond? I'm uncomfortable. This is pretty brutal. Oh, and then opening up the chest. Ah! Man, it's one of those ones you would not want to have happen to you. I mean, ideally, you wouldn't want to have any of them happen to you. You know? But, like, I feel like I like this one in the same vein that I liked Nurses, because there's, like, in Mukul's, is because there's, like, legitimately a struggle going on, you know? Like, they're fighting each other. And the survivor loses, and then he tears open their chest, which is, like, very, very violent. Him and Clown are, like, tied for me. Because, like, Clown's is really brutal, and the taking of the finger's really neat. But, like, I liked the struggle, the physical struggle of this one a lot. I think I don't know. I think I'll put it, like, slightly below Clown's. Just because, like, I can't put them equal. That's just not how the system works. But I could if I would. So, but if if you're like, choose, I'm like, okay, Clowns is slightly better, okay? So, yeah, let's go with Piggu. Plagues is cool if I remember. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it being neat. I remember liking it. Oh, I forget she whacks him really hard. Yeah, what she said. Good point. Ah! That's not as cool as I remember, and this is gonna hurt people. This is gonna hurt people's feelings, because people love Adiris. People love Adiris. I'm gonna put it at the top of meh. I'm being honest. This is probably gonna be a hot take. Get me some dislikes, but like she smacks them with her sensor, and then she picks them up and vomits right in their face, which is kind of cool, but like. That's also just her M2. Her M2 is just vomiting anyway. So like, I don't know. Like nothing happens to their body either. Like she's puking like directly at them. I guess the intent is that she's puking down their throat or something, but it doesn't really visualize that very well. It's not like Blight's where it like visualizes that he's like injected them with something. It just kind of like, it's just her smacking him, talking in a very, very old language, and then using her M2. It's not a whole lot going on. This one did not enthuse me. If we're being honest, this one just does not in any way impress me at all, unfortunately. I know that's gonna get me in hot water because Plague fans are pretty dedicated, but like that one's just kind of like, it just doesn't do it for me. It's just not enough going on. So let's go ahead and move on. Ghostface. Ah, here we go. I know what's coming. You know what's coming. Man. Oh, they're using the classic costume too. That's what I use. Yep, there we go. Selfie time. Yeah. Oh, okay, we're already into this. Oh, sorry. But yeah, Ghostface. Yeah, sick Mori. I feel like Ghostface is a little like overstated, I will say. It's like people think it's the best thing since sliced bread. It is very, very cool. It is very, very cool. Like he, you know, sits on him the same way that he, you know, and raises his knife over his head, just like the Ghostfaces do in the movies. Even though, you know, this is an original Ghostface. Like it's still a good homage to the films and to the movies, which is really, really, really cool. And then there's just the nice little narcissistic, you know, tick of Danny Johnson, which is this Ghostface. The OC Ghostface is like, hey, I gotta have evidence of this because I am not a great person. So like it's a nice mix between homage to the IP, but also like homage to the OC character as well. So it's just like cool overall. All right, let's go in with the demo Borpin. Good old demo. I remember his being cool, if I remember right. Ah, eat his head. I like how it muffles their noise. And then the guts spew out. That's cool. But yeah, his is pretty neat. His is pretty nice. His is like, I would put him at the top of nice. His is pretty cool. It's like not a lot happens, but the one thing that he does do is like really cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Freddy effect. Like all he does is just kind of like show up behind him and stab him through. Like, brah! You know, like it's very, but like that brah is so effective. And it's the same thing with demo. It's just the eating of the head is such a violent and like cool thing that it kind of just like doesn't matter that the Mori itself doesn't have a lot going on, because the one thing it does do is very nice. It's very nice. Oh, I don't know. This is what I'm saying, because like I think Demos is better than Bubba's, so I'm gonna swap them. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, that looks right. That looks nice. See, I told you Bubba would probably move. Oni-chan. Oni's a character I wish I played more, but he's just kind of like hard. He's a difficult character to play. Ooh, pins him, rips their tongue out, and then she's like screaming because she's in pain. He's like, shut up. Okay, spoilers. This is my favorite Mori in the game. Like we're gonna watch this again. This is how much I love this Mori. I love this Mori so much. So like play by play. So he goes over, stabs him. So she's pinned, but she's not pinned to the ground. She's like upright, like ugh. So she's already getting the business. Rips her tongue out. Just takes her tongue. And he squishes it. He's so metal. He's like, it's so cool. And now she's screaming, you know, because she just got impaled and her tongue's been ripped out. So of course she's in tremendous pain. And this jerk, this butthole, is annoyed by it. So he's like, okay, time to just snuff that out. Absolutely brutal and merciless. Literally the best Mori in the game. Let's go with Deathslinger. Oh my god, I love that Mori so much. That Mori's so cool. Ah! No, was he nodding? No. It's hilarious. This one's so... Ah, God! Oh no! He has one of those Moris that, like, if it happened to you, oh my god, you would not want it to have happened to you. I'm gonna put his, like... I'm gonna put his above Clowns, to be honest. Like, that was, like... You see that and you're like, man, that would be a rough way to go. That would be a rough way to go. It is, whew, very, very brutal. Very, very brutal. But very, very cool as a result. Very, very cool as a result. Now this is his actual Mori. This isn't his chop. Ah, it's so nice. Oh. It's one of those that like encompasses the character a lot. I like his more than Clown's because like just the way he like Pywamid Head kind of walks in a way that like you know, is kind of similar to his Silent Hill 2 counterpart, but like in that Mori, he literally walks like that hobbling creepiness that he does in Silent Hill 2. So it's like really emblematic of the character. And then calling upon the cage to hold them, and then he stabs them with the giant sword, and then like turns it, you know, like just churning your guts. Like it is brutal. It's a brutal one. It's another one of those where I'm like, I would not want to go through that. That would be rough, buddy. Rough. Good old Blight. Bleedus Cassidy. Okay. Pins him down. Sticks him with the Blight Serum twice, which is really intense. He starts to bubble. And then that's all he does. Yeah, and that's all he does. Which is, I don't want to put it in meh. I feel like meh is rude. Because it's cool. It's kind of like Huntress's, where like the opening's really cool. But like, he doesn't do anything with it. Like the bubbling of them is really neat. But like, he doesn't do anything after that. He just kind of like stabs him with his cane, which is just like his normal M1. I'm going to put it at the top of meh. I'm being honest. Like this, I do not like this one. Like I like the, like... the goo's such a cool effect. I like the idea of him sticking him with his power. You know, like, here, have a little bit of my power, but you can't handle it. I think that's such a cool concept. But, like, then he just hits him with his cane. And it's like, it's such, like, a bad ending to the Mori. I'm going to put it top of meh. I'm going to stick by that. It's going to make Blight mains angry. But it's just not cool. It's just very, very eh. Okay, my favorite character in the game, the twins. Man, I think that's the biggest mistake in Dead by Daylight is these two. Oh, man. Just horrible. Are we going to do it, like, separate, or what are we doing here? Because I'm only going to rate the one where they're together. Okay, he chops. Okay, hold on. We might have to sit through a little bit. Because that's pretty... Yeah, because like, I'm not going to rate that because that'd be unfair. You want to have them both together. Because that's like the true Mori. There we go. Chops her down. She's like, hey, yeah, it's okay. Go get him. Besides the novelty of the fact that there's two characters, that is also a big meh for me. I'm going to put it like... above Hags. Like, it's just kind of like, even when she has Victor, you know, with him, like, or with her, it's just kind of like, she just chops her twice, and then Victor's like, hey, can I go eat? And she's like, sure. And he just like jumps on her and essentially does Hags Mori. You know, he just does someone else's Mori. It's just kind of like, just not a whole lot going on. Not a whole lot going on, so we're gonna move on. Trickster, yeah, that's right. I honestly forget he's in the game sometimes. I'm not saying that to be mean or to make a joke. I legitimately forget he's in the game sometimes. Well, this is before he was a menace, which is nice. A lot of pizzazz to it. I love how it sticks it in the end. And it's a picture of him, which is just like the most like... you know, like, like the most, like, you know, narcissistic thing. It really fits his character really well. Really, really fits his character well. And it's just like the presentation's really neat. And I really, really like it a lot. I really, really like it a lot. I don't like the character at all, but it really does fit him really well. Like, it's really neat. I know a lot of people, like, are like, wow, this is, like, the best Mori in the game. But, like, honestly, I think that's just because, you know, people have the hots for Banana Coat Man, and they are overstating how cool it is. It is really, really cool. I like it a lot. But I think it's up here in the cool Moris. I don't think it's, like, the best Mori ever or anything. I think that's an overstatement. And last, but certainly not least, our boy. Yeah, he did the wink thing. He did the hot thing. Nemesis, who has also fallen into the... path of disgrace when it comes to, you know, killers, because everybody hates him now, which is unfortunate because I wanted to make him my new main, but but people hate him now because, you know, when he's in tier 2, like, you kind of just, like, lose at tiles. His tentacle's harder to control than you think, though. So, like, Nemesis players aren't just having an easy time. So he stabs him through the tentacle, which throws him down, choke slam, pulls him up, and then stomp, which is very, very cool. It's very, very cool. If it weren't for the lift up into the stomp... Oh, are we going to hear him say stars? Is that what we're doing right now? But yeah, if it weren't for the lift up into the stomp, like, you know, I don't think this would be that cool. But, like, the momentum, the opposing momentum into the head crush, stars. The momentum into the... really, really sells it, I think. It really, really sells it. The lift into the stomp really, really sells it. I think it's honestly on par with demos. I think I'll put it behind demos, though, because the whole head-eating thing's kind of cooler. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think him and demos are like, they're the same design of, like, I don't really do a lot, but, like, that one big thing I do is really, really cool. So yeah, that is my Mori tier list. Oni's is my favorite, shortly followed by Ghostface. And then we have, you know, the Moris are pretty cool in this game. Like usually when we're doing our tier list rankings, like a lot of the stuff sits in meh or boring, you know, whether it be maps, killers, etc. But like in this one, like most of the characters are sitting in like the nice Mori or higher. Like most of the Moris in this game are actually pretty cool, which is really nice. It is kind of sad that, like, you know, you don't really see the Moris too often because, like, you know, in a sense Moris are just kind of like inefficient because, like, you would spend less time just picking up and hooking the person. In this game, you know, time efficiency is such an important thing. So there's really no advantage to Moriing, so you don't see them a lot, which is really sad. But like some of these, especially like these guys, whew, very, very cool, very, very awesome. So that is going to be my Mori tier list. Thank you so much for watching. Do you agree with my Mori tier list? I know some of these, like some of the guys down here in the mess section, are going to kind of make people a little mad, and this is definitely gonna make people mad. Piggu fans are very, very dedicated, but I'm sorry, she has the worst Mori in the game. This might make people mad too. People are like, no, Ghostface has the best Mori in the game, you know. So I'm interested to hear what you think, friendos. Thank you so much for watching. If I don't see you in the next YouTube video or in the Twitch zone, I will see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.